Okay, so move to our next problem, problem number 3. So, problem number 3 now guys, kung mapansin natin, the product form of sine and cosine, meron na siyang exponent. So, yung sine mo naka-raise sa third power, and your cosine is sa second power. So, in this case, pag tingnan natin yung ating trigonometric transformation table of integrals, so, magpo-fall siya sa case 2, which is sine raised to m u cosine raised to n then u. So where m or n can be positive odd integer. So ito yan. Gagamitin nyo itong transformation na to na sine squared u is equals to 1 minus cosine squared u if your m is a positive odd integer. Tapos yung n mo can be any number. Okay, so ulitin ko, gagamitin nyo itong sine squared u is equals to 1 minus cosine squared u na transformation pag yung m mo or yung exponent ng sine mo is a positive odd integer. So, ano ba yung mga positive odd integers? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, so on and so forth. Okay? How about the second one? Cosine squared u is equals to 1 minus sine squared u. Gagamitin nyo naman to if yung n mo naman yung positive odd integer. Tapos yung m mo can be any number. Okay? So, yun yung rule number 2 or yung case number 2. So, para magamit nyo yung dalawang transformation. Okay, so in this case, tignan natin siya. So, yung sign natin, naka-raise to third power, which is ano ba yung 3? Di ba? Odd number yun, odd integer. So, in this case, ang transformation na gagamitin natin ay sine squared u is equals to 1 minus cosine squared u. So, ito ang gagamitin natin. Ito. Ayan. Okay, so let's now try to solve this one. So we need to transform muna or convert muna natin to guys. Okay, so how can we do that? So, para maging sine squared. So pwede nating i-break down yung sine cube. So magiging integral of sine squared 4x cosine squared 4x. So yung sine dito pupunta, sine 4x dx. So, yun na. So, we already have our sine squared 4x. So, what can we do? Replace natin yung sine squared 4x nung transformation natin. So, that is integral of sine squared to 1 minus cosine squared 4x then cosine squared 4x sine 4x dx. So, yun na. So, we already was able to transform now our integral. So, what's next? So, we can distribute now. Diba? Distribute nyo yung cosine sa loob. Then, what will happen? So, integral of cosine squared 4x minus, so cosine squared plus cosine squared. So, cosine to the fourth 4x sine 4x dx. As we check now, so pag dinistribute natin yung sine 4x sa loob, so pwede na tayo mag-substitution ng cosine function. Tama? So we distribute the integral in sine 4x, so it becomes integral of cosine squared 4x sine 4x dx minus the integral of cosine to the fourth 4x sine 4x dx. So, ano yung u natin? Sabi ko nga, so we can let cosine 4x as u. So, u is equals to cosine 4x. Then, integral now. So, du is integral of cosine negative sine 4x. Then, chain rule. So, integral of 4x 4. Then, integral of x times dx. So, magiging du is equals to negative 4 sine 4x dx. And if we divide both sides by negative 4, cancel. So, negative du over 4 is equals to sine 4x dx. So, pwede mo i-replace yun. So, replacing cosine 4x by u. So, integral of u squared, then sine 4x by negative du over 4. minus integral of u to the fourth negative du over 4. Then we can take out the constant, which is negative 1/4. So, magiging negative 1/4 integral of u squared du. Negative times negative, positive integral of u to the fourth du. 1/4, sorry. Ayan. So, positive 1/4. Okay, then, we can integrate now. So, ano na lang yung power formula. So, negative 1/4. So, u2 plus 1, so cube. So, 2 plus 1 is 3. Plus 1/4 u to the 5 over 5 plus c. Then, multiply nyo na lang. So, magiging negative u cube over 12 plus u to the 5 over 5 times 4, 20 plus c. Then, ibalik natin yung tinanggal na u, which is yung cosine 4x. So, our final answer will be negative cosine 4x raised to cube over 12 plus u cosine 4x to the 5 over 20 plus c. And let's check how matagot natin. Okay, and this will be our final answer. So, 5 to 5. Makisulat ko. Okay. So, of course, dito, it's very crucial na ma-identify natin kung saang category siya magpo-fall. So, in this case, yung sign yung mayroong power na positive at integer. So, ang ginamit natin is na transformation ay sine squared u is equals to 1 minus cosine squared u. So, ayun na. Then, after that one, so we simple na lang yan. So, evaluation na lang. So, we distribute cosine squared 4x. Ayan, cosine squared 4x minus cosine squared times cosine squared cosine to the 4x. Then, we distribute that integral sign and sine 4x. So, ayan. Then, we do the basic integration. Then, we let u. And then, we arrive at the final answer. So, our next video naman, so punta tayo sa case number 3. Okay, so yun yung ating next problem.